Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a road, not a wide boulevard filled with flashing lights and crowds cheering your name, but a narrow road, a road often overlooked, often avoided, sometimes even despised. Yet it is the only road that leads to life, to truth, to peace. The world offers many roads, roads lined with comfort, success, and applause, roads that promise everything your heart could desire. They are broad, easy to find, and crowded with travelers. But hear me clearly, the road that is easy, the road that is popular, does not lead where you think it does. There is another road, a road less traveled, a road that demands something from you, your pride, your self-reliance, your secret sins. It is not paved with gold, but with sacrifice. It is not lined with adoration, but with humility. It calls you to lay down the burden of your own way and to walk a path of obedience, of trust, of surrender. This road is narrow, so narrow that sometimes it feels like you are walking it alone. So narrow that you cannot carry your old life with you. So narrow that every step forward requires courage. Yet, my friends, this road, this narrow, rugged, overlooked road, leads to the only destination worth reaching. There will be days you are tempted to turn back. There will be voices calling from the wide road, urging you to abandon the hard path. There will be moments of doubt when the cost seems too high, but let me tell you, the narrow road is worth it. Every sacrifice, every tear, every step of faith will one day be seen for what it truly was, an investment in eternity. You see, it is not the width of the road that determines its worth, it is the one who walks it with you. And he does not promise that the way will be easy. He does not promise that the road will be smooth. But he does promise that you will never walk it alone. He promises that at the end of the journey, when you step into the light of his presence, you will say, "It was worth it all." So I ask you today, which road are you walking? The wide road feels good for a moment. It shines brightly but fades quickly. It is filled with noise, but in the end only silence remains. The narrow road, it may hurt for a while. It may cost you friends, opportunities, and worldly applause. But in the end, it leads to life, real life, life that death cannot touch and time cannot steal. Choose the narrow road. Choose the hard way. Choose the better way, because the road is narrow. Yes, but the reward is beyond anything you could imagine. Thank you. There is a great danger today, and many do not even see it coming. It is the danger of the easy road, the wide road, the road that seems so good, so bright, so filled with promise. From the moment we are born, the world lays out before us 100 different roads, each one broader than the last, each one flashing its lights and calling out, "Come this way. Here you will find happiness. Here you will find success. Here you will find your dreams come true." But those bright lights are nothing more than candles in the wind. Those promises are empty, and the end of those wide, easy roads is not life, but death. It is not peace, but ruin. It is not hope, but despair. The world says, take the easy way, follow the crowd, do what everyone else is doing. It tells you that truth is whatever you want it to be, that right and wrong are whatever feel good in the moment. It tells you to live for yourself, to grab all you can while you can, to build your life on pleasure, possessions, power, and pride. And for a while, it may seem to work. For a season, it may seem that the wide road is the best road. But listen carefully, the wide road is a lie. It promises freedom, but it brings bondage. It promises joy, but it ends in sorrow. It promises life, but it leads to death. The ancient wisdom still rings true today. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to death. You see, the wide road is crowded because it is easy. No discipline is required. No sacrifice is asked. No humility is needed. You can live for yourself, and no one will challenge you. You can run after your own desires, and the world will cheer you on. You can make yourself the king or queen of your own little world, and people will tell you how brave and wise you are. But when the final chapter is written, and the last breath is taken, and the soul stands alone, all the flashing lights will be gone. All the crowds will disappear, all the applause will fall silent, and the truth will be revealed. The wide road was leading to destruction all along. It happens slowly at first, a small compromise here, a little pride there, a hidden bitterness tucked away in the heart, a love for things that do not last, a drifting, a cooling, a slow forgetfulness of what is true. The wide road doesn't destroy you in an instant. It lulls you to sleep until one day you wake up and realize you are far from home, far from hope, and you don't know the way back. But today, even now, the voice of truth calls out above the noise. It says, there is another way, there is a better road. Leave the crowd, turn around, come home. It will not be easy. It will not be popular. It may cost you everything you thought was important. But in losing the world, you will find your soul. In laying down your pride, you will pick up your life. In walking the hard, narrow path, you will find the one who made you, the one who loves you, the one who can save you. Make no mistake. The world is full of wide, glittering highways that promise you the world but cannot save your soul. They are leading millions to destruction, and they will lead you there too unless you stop, unless you turn, unless you choose a different way. What road are you on today? Which path are you following? Are you running with the crowd, chasing after what will not last? Or have you set your feet on the hard but glorious path that leads to life? The world may laugh at you. They may mock your choice. They may call you foolish for rejecting the broad way and choosing the narrow one. But the day will come, it surely will, when the wisdom of that choice will shine like the sun. The wide road is easy, it is popular, it is comfortable, but it leads to destruction. The narrow road is hard. It is lonely at times, it will cost you something, but it leads to life, real life, eternal life. Choose today which road you will walk. The call has never changed, the invitation still stands. It is not an invitation to comfort. It is not a call to applause or earthly glory. It is not a path lined with roses and free of hardship. No, the road that leads to life, the narrow road, demands everything you are and everything you have. The narrow road calls for sacrifice. It calls for humility, and it will cost you something, perhaps even everything, before you reach the end. You see, there is something in each of us that wants to cling to our own way. We want to walk with pride in our step, with our heads held high, thinking we are the masters of our fate. We want to live on our own terms, set our own rules, build our own kingdoms. But the narrow road demands a surrender of all that. It demands that we lay down our crowns. It demands that we kneel before a higher king. The wide road says, do what you want, live how you please, serve yourself first. The narrow road whispers, deny yourself, take up your cross, follow the one who gave it all. Oh, it's not an easy road. It never was, and it never will be. It goes against every instinct of pride in the human heart. It demands that we put others before ourselves. It demands that we forgive when we would rather fight. It demands that we turn the other cheek, that we bless those who curse us, that we trust when we cannot see, that we believe when all around us tells us to doubt. The narrow road will cost you the right to call the shots. It will cost you the right to have it your way. It will cost you the applause of the world, the approval of the crowd, the comforts of the easy life. It may cost you friendships. It may cost you opportunities. It may cost you your reputation. It may cost you your pride. But oh, what you gain is far greater than what you lose. You see, when you walk the narrow road, you lose the burden of living for yourself, and you gain the peace of living for a purpose greater than you. You lose the chains of selfish ambition, and you gain the freedom of serving the King of Kings. You lose the fleeting treasures of this world, and you gain a treasure that moth and rust cannot destroy, that thieves cannot steal, that time cannot tarnish. The world cannot understand this road. It mocks those who choose it. It laughs at the sacrifice. It despises the humility. But listen to me. What the world calls foolishness, heaven calls wisdom. What the world calls weakness, heaven calls strength. What the world calls loss, heaven calls gain. Look at the path our Savior walked. Was it wide and easy? No, it was narrow and rough. It led to rejection, to suffering, to a cross. And yet, through that narrow and bloody road, the gates of eternal life were opened for you and for me. If you would follow him, you must walk that same narrow road. There is no other way, and make no mistake. You cannot walk this road in your own strength. Pride cannot walk it. Self-reliance cannot walk it. Only a heart humbled before God can endure the steep climbs, the lonely stretches, the painful sacrifices. You must come as a child trusting, surrendered, willing. You must lay down your own will. You must say, not my will, but yours be done. You must empty yourself, that you might be filled. You must die to yourself, that you might truly live. Some of you are standing at a crossroads today. The wide road looks easy, doesn't it? It looks inviting. It looks painless. But the voice of truth is calling you to the narrow way. Will you listen? Will you lay aside your pride? Will you surrender your dreams, your ambitions, your control? Will you bow low, so that you might rise high in the kingdom that cannot be shaken? I plead with you, do not waste your life chasing after things that will not last. Do not spend your days walking a road that ends in ruin. Choose the narrow way. Choose the hard path. Choose the better road. It may cost you everything, but it will give you everything that truly matters. The narrow road is not for the proud. It is not for the comfortable. It is for the humble, the surrendered, the ones willing to lay down their lives that they might take up a life that will never end. Which road will you choose? The gate is small. The road is narrow. The cost is great. But the reward is beyond anything you can imagine. Walk the narrow road. Walk it with sacrifice. Walk it with humility. Walk it with your eyes on the prize that will never fade. Walk it in live. There is a truth as old as the hills, and it stands firm against every storm. The road that leads to life is narrow, and it is difficult, but it is the only road worth walking. So many today are looking for an easy path. They want a road without struggle, without sacrifice, without surrender. They search for shortcuts to happiness, back doors to peace, side streets to meaning. But every shortcut ends in a dead end. Every back door leads to emptiness. Every side street leaves them lost. The truth is this: the road to real life is hard. It cuts against our natural desires. It demands our pride, our comfort, our very selves. It is a steep climb, not a lazy stroll. It is a battlefield, not a playground. The world paints a different picture. The world says, choose the easy way, live for yourself, take what you want, make your own rules, do what feels good. And the world will cheer you on as you run down that broad, effortless road. But what the world will not tell you is this: at the end of that road is destruction. At the end of that wide and easy road is a life wasted, a soul lost, a heart broken. The narrow road is different. It is not crowded. It is not glamorous. You will not always be understood. You will not always be praised. You will have to say no when everyone else says yes. You will have to stand when everyone else kneels to idols of comfort and greed and pride. There will be days when the climb feels too steep, days when your heart aches with loneliness, days when your hands tremble from the weight you carry, days when you wonder if it is worth it. But hear me now, it is worth it. Because this road, hard though it is, leads to life, real life, eternal life, life that cannot be shaken by fear, stolen by death, or destroyed by time, life that shines with a joy the world cannot give, and a peace the world cannot take away. Those who walk this road know something the world cannot understand. They know the joy of surrender. They know the beauty of sacrifice. They know the strength that comes not from having everything, but from giving everything to the one who is everything. The narrow road is difficult, yes, but it is rich with meaning. Every tear along the way waters the seeds of eternity. Every step taken in faith strengthens the soul. Every burden carried in love builds a treasure that will never fade. Look at the lives of those who have walked this road before you. They were mocked. They were rejected. Some were beaten, imprisoned, even killed. But none of them regret the path they chose. If they could stand before you today, they would shout with one voice, "Walk the narrow road. It is worth it. It leads to life. The one who calls you to this road walked it first. He bore the burden. He climbed the hill. He faced the cross. He endured the shame, and through his suffering, the way was opened for you to follow. But you must choose. No one can walk this road for you. No one can force you onto it. You must choose to leave the broad way behind. You must choose to lay aside every weight, every sin, every distraction. You must fix your eyes on the prize, not on the pain. The narrow road demands perseverance. It demands trust. It demands a heart that says, "Though none go with me, still I will follow." It will not always feel like the easier choice, but it will always be the better one. When you stumble, and you will do not give up. When the storms rage, and they will do not turn back. When the night feels too dark, and it will remember that morning always comes to those who endure. The narrow road is not about perfection. It is about perseverance. It is not about being the strongest. It is about trusting the one who is strong enough for you. It is not about being fearless. It is about walking forward even when you are afraid, step by step, breath by breath. Hand in hand with the one who promised, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." And when you reach the end, when you step out of the shadows into the glorious light, you will not regret one moment of the journey. You will look back at the steep climbs, the painful sacrifices, the lonely nights, and you will say, "It was worth it all. Every step was leading me home." Choose the narrow road. Choose the hard way. Choose the better way. It leads to life. Life beyond anything you have ever dreamed. Life that never ends. The moment you set your feet on the narrow path, the battle begins. The moment you choose the hard way that leads to life, 1,000 voices will rise up to turn you back. Do not be surprised. Do not be caught off guard. Temptations will come. They always come. There will be moments, dark, heavy moments, when the road seems too rough, the cost seems too high, and the destination feels too far away. There will be moments when the easy path you left behind looks sweeter, smoother, more inviting. The enemy of your soul knows how to whisper to your weariness. He knows how to sing to your longing for comfort. He knows how to dangle before your eyes the very things you thought you left behind. And oh, how tempting it can be. You see, the wide road is filled with distractions. It is lined with pleasures that sparkle for a moment and then fade into ashes. It is crowded with people who laugh and dance and seem so free. And in your loneliest hours, the wide road will call your name. It will promise relief. It will offer an easier way. It will tell you that sacrifice is foolish, that faith is useless, that endurance is wasted. The wide road will tell you to compromise just a little. Bend your convictions just a little. Lower your standards just a little. After all, isn't life meant to be enjoyed? Isn't the journey supposed to be fun? Listen to me. Every compromise is a step away from the narrow path. Every little bending is a slow drifting. Every small surrender is a warning. Temptations will not always come with flashing lights and loud alarms. No, they will often come quietly. A small decision, a silent resentment, a tiny secret kept hidden away, a little bit of pride, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of worldliness. One foot off the path at a time. And before you know it, you are no longer walking toward life, you are wandering toward destruction. The scriptures speak clearly. Be sober, be vigilant. Your adversary prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And the ones he loves to devour most are the ones who grow weary on the narrow way. But there is hope. There is a way to stand. There is a way to overcome. You must stay alert. You must stay rooted. You must stay anchored in the truth that called you to the path in the first place. You must remember that the narrow road was never promised to be easy, but it was promised to be worth it. When the tempter whispers in your ear, remind him of the promises of God. When the world calls you back, fix your eyes on the prize set before you. When your own heart grows faint, cry out for strength from the one who never grows weary. You see, you are not alone on this road. You never have been. You never will be. There is one who walks with you, closer than a brother, stronger than your enemies, faithful even when you are faithless. He knows every temptation you face. He has felt the pull of every sorrow, the sting of every attack, and he has overcome. In your darkest moment of temptation, when you feel the pull to turn back, you must remember, this battle is not just about today. It is about eternity. It is about finishing the race. It is about hearing at the end of it all those precious words, "Well done, good and faithful servant." The easy way may glitter now, but it leads to ruin. The hard way may hurt now, but it leads to a crown of life that no one can take away. There will be days when your strength fails, days when you stumble, days when you fall to your knees and wonder if you can take another step. Take heart, get up, keep walking. The narrow road was never meant to be walked in your own power. It was meant to be walked in daily dependence on the one who has already gone before you. You will be tempted to turn back. You will be tempted to sit down. You will be tempted to quit. But press on. Press on when you are tired. Press on when you are discouraged. Press on when the world mocks you. Press on when the road is steep and the night is long. Because just over the next hill, just beyond the next bend, there is a home being prepared for you, a joy that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined. And when you finally step across that finish line bruised, battered, but faithful, every temptation you resisted, every tear you shed, every burden you carried will seem small compared to the glory waiting for you. Temptations will come, but they do not have to win. Stay on the narrow road. Hold fast. Press on. Because life, true life, is just ahead. The narrow road is not an easy road. It is not paved with comforts. It is not lined with the cheers of the crowd. It is rough. It is lonely. It is steep. And yet it is not a road walked alone. From the very first step, divine companionship walks beside you. From the moment you choose the narrow way, the King of Heaven himself comes to walk with you. He does not send you on ahead while he stays behind. No, he walks every step with you. He speaks into your sorrow. He strengthens your weakness. He guides you through the dark valleys and lifts you when you fall. The world cannot understand this. To them, it looks like foolishness. To them, the narrow road is a road of isolation. But to the one who believes, to the one who surrenders, it is the most sacred fellowship a human heart can know. It is communion with the very one who made the stars. He is not a distant companion watching from far away. He is nearer than your next breath. He is the still, small voice in the storm. He is the hand that steadies your trembling soul. He is the light that shines when all other lights have gone out. Oh, you may not always feel his presence. There will be days when the path is shrouded in mist and the silence seems heavy. There will be nights when the stars seem hidden and the loneliness threatens to swallow you whole. But even then, especially then, he is near. He has promised, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Not sometimes, not when you are doing well, always, forever, in your highest victories and your lowest failures. In your brightest mornings and your darkest midnights, His presence does not depend on your feelings. His companionship does not rest on your performance. It is a covenant sealed in His blood, bound by His unbreakable love. When the road rises steep before you, He is the strength in your legs. When the enemy lies in wait to strike, He is your shield and your defender. When your heart grows faint, He is the lifter of your head. When your spirit is crushed, He is the comforter of your soul. He knows the narrow road well, for He has walked it before you. He knows the loneliness, the rejection, the cost. He knows what it means to be despised, misunderstood, betrayed. And He does not ask you to face anything that He has not already faced. He simply asks you to trust Him to take His hand and keep walking. Sometimes His companionship is fierce fighting battles you cannot see. Sometimes it is gentle whispering peace to your weary heart. Sometimes it is silent allowing you to grow, to trust, to lean on faith rather than sight. But it is always real, always sure. There is no valley so deep that His arm cannot reach you. No night so black that His light cannot find you. No burden so heavy that He cannot help you bear it. No wound so deep that He cannot heal it. Some of you today are walking the narrow road, and you are tired. The world calls to you from the sidelines, mocking your journey, offering easier roads. Temptations whisper at every turn. Doubts rise like mountains in your path. Fear threatens to choke your hope. But hear me, you are not alone. The one who walked the road to Calvary walks beside you now. The one who bore the weight of the world's sin bears your burdens now. The one who conquered death itself fights for you now. Take courage. Lift your eyes, feel the grip of His hand in yours. Listen for the still, steady voice that says, "Fear not, for I am with you." Do not measure the journey by its hardness. Do not judge your progress by the approval of men. Keep your eyes fixed on your companion. He will not fail you. He will not abandon you. He will lead you safely home. And when you reach that final hill, when you see at last the gates of that heavenly city shining before you, you will not arrive alone. He will be there, smiling, arms open wide, saying, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord." The narrow road is not lonely for those who know Him. It is not barren for those who walk with Him. It is not hopeless for those who trust in Him. You are not walking by yourself. You are walking with the Lord of glory, the captain of salvation, the shepherd of your soul, step by step, day by day, strength to strength. Glory to glory. The narrow road may be hard, but the journey is sweet because of who walks it with you, and His hand will never let you go. There is a truth I want you to hear today, a truth that echoes through eternity. The reward for staying on the narrow road is beyond anything this world can offer. It is eternal. It is priceless. The narrow road is not easy. It is filled with trials. It demands sacrifice. It requires perseverance. There are days when the weight feels too heavy, when the loneliness cuts too deep, when the battle seems never-ending. The temptations to turn aside, to give up, to fall back to the broad road are real and strong. But hear me, every step of faithfulness will be worth it. There is a finish line up ahead. There is a prize waiting, and it is not a crown made of gold or a trophy that will gather dust. It is not applause from men or riches that can be stolen. The reward is eternal life in the presence of the living God, life without end, life without sorrow, life without pain. The world tempts us with its fading treasures. It says, live for today, grab all you can, make yourself comfortable. But every treasure this world offers will one day crumble to dust. Every pleasure it promises will vanish like smoke. Every earthly reward will be buried in the grave. But the reward for those who stay faithful on the narrow path cannot be taken away. It does not rust. It does not decay. It does not end. It shines brighter than the sun and lasts longer than the stars. The narrow road may cost you friends. It may cost you comfort. It may even cost you your life. But what is lost here is nothing compared to what is gained there. The apostle said it like this: our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Think of it. Every tear you shed on the narrow road will be wiped away by the hand of God Himself. Every burden you carried will be exchanged for a crown of righteousness. Every battle you fought in His name will be remembered and rewarded. There will come a day when the last step of the journey is taken, when the last trial is over, when the last enemy is defeated. And on that day, the gates of the eternal city will swing wide, the music of heaven will rise, the saints and angels will rejoice, and the King of Kings will stand to welcome you home. What words can describe that moment? What language is strong enough, beautiful enough to capture it, to see the face of God, to hear His voice say, "Well done," to be wrapped forever in His love, never again to fear, never again to sorrow, never again to be separated from Him. This is the reward that makes every sacrifice worth it. This is the prize that makes every pain bearable. This is the treasure that makes every trial light by comparison. The world may laugh at you now. They may call you foolish. They may mock your commitment to the narrow way. Let them laugh, let them mock. They are chasing shadows. They are building castles on sinking sand. But you are building on the rock. You are laying hold of what can never be shaken, never be broken, never be lost. Stay the course, press on, don't look back, don't turn aside. When the path grows steep, when your legs grow tired, when your heart grows faint, fix your eyes on the prize that awaits you. Fix your eyes on the one who waits at the finish line, the one who endured the cross for you, who bore your shame, who overcame the grave so that you could live forever. He did not quit. He did not turn back. And by His strength neither will you. You may stumble, but do not fall away. You may falter, but do not give up. You may grow weary, but do not lose heart, for the reward is nearer than you think. The dawn is closer than it feels. The King is preparing your place even now. One day soon, sooner than you know, you will stand before Him, and when you do, you will not regret one hard mile. You will not regret one lonely hour. You will not regret one tear, one battle, one sacrifice. You will see with your own eyes what your heart has only dreamed of, and you will say, "It was worth it. Oh, it was worth it all." Stay faithful, stay strong, keep walking the narrow way, because the reward is coming. And it is eternal, and it is priceless, and it is yours forever.